Good morning, happy Sunday. Today we are celebrating the presentation of our Lord. And it's interesting because if we go back 7 days to last Sunday, it seems like we were living in a different world. So many things have come out this week. We have the rise of the coronavirus, which is causing so much panic, we could even say. We're even looking at quarantines, things we hadn't imagined would be present in our own lives. We also had the tragic passing of Kobe Bryant last week, which I think for a lot of us really meant a lot, seeing such a great man, somebody who maybe gave us a lot of hope. Somebody who wasn't perfect, but who really did inspire all of us to be great. And what are we celebrating today in the presentation of the Lord? Well, we could even think that this feast goes back a little bit to the very beginning of history. If we look at the book of Genesis, we see that both sons of Adam and Eve bring their gifts to the Lord. And precisely the difference between Cain and Abel is that Cain gives kind of the leftovers and Abel gives the first fruits of his crop. And this kind of is what leads to dedicating, especially the first son, to the Lord. And since Jesus was the first son of Joseph and Mary, he was to be dedicated to the Lord. And it's a very special event when it actually happens. I would imagine that they did this before leaving Bethlehem, since Bethlehem was right next to Jerusalem, and their home Nazareth was a few days journeying away. And it's a moment of great hope. And I think that's important for us because a lot of times we could get scared, worried, nervous about world events, national events, political events. And we have to remember that our Lord is coming. The Messiah has come. He's come. He's been born in this world. And he's given us so much hope. So I would like to tell you, if there's something in your heart that gives you temptation to kind of give up, to surrender, keep fighting. Because our Lord is here, and our Lord wants to be with you, and our Lord wants to strengthen you in the path that you're called to follow each day. And that's why we go to Mass. Day in, day out, we're trying to live our faith. We're trying to be closer to our Lord. And just like Jesus was presented to the Lord, well, we should each present our own lives to God. Have a great Sunday. God bless, and don't forget to go to Mass.